Well, obviously you realize the person who is looking at you right now, the first, the only, the original, Mr. Wonderful of professional wrestling. That's right. The diamond ring and Cadillac man, the man who possesses the body that men fear and women love, the heavenly body, the true American dream, the intercontinental lover, and of course, the Rolls Royce of wrestling, Rock Riddle. And you're saying, Rock, why would you ever do an interview with someone else in the picture? Why would I do that? Because the younger guys, and I have to tell you, my birthday, July 12, 1973, whenever you're watching this, you're saying, my gosh, this guy's going to be 42 years old soon. But the younger guys, they need a break every once in a while. So this can be your moment. First of all, look out there. Don't be afraid. Don't be nervous. And tell them what your name is.
My name is the great one, gorgeous Gary Jackson, the bad man from St. Louis, Missouri.
Not bad, not bad. Now, do people look at you as a good guy or as a bad guy or somewhere in the middle?
Well, you know, when I step into the ring, Rock, I play by 4 rules. Rule number 1 is I'm coming to win. Rule number 2 is I refuse to lose. Rule number 3 is I will cheat to beat you. And rule number 4 is the most important rule of them all. Don't forget my rules.
That's fantastic. That reminds me, when you say that, it reminds me of Arnold Schwarzenegger and his 6 rules to success. His rule number 2 is don't play by the rules. It doesn't mean that he's saying you should break the law, but you should ignore the rules, because you have to be on your own. You have to make that path. You don't follow other people. If you did, you would be following the legends such as myself. Sure, we made a path, but I would rather see you, instead of taking that path where I have made it, I would rather see you coming in a different direction, making your own, being an inspiration to newer people in this industry. Now tell me, if you and I were to go in the ring, I would imagine it would be best if we were on the same side.
Yes, sir, it would be.
If we were not, do you have enough respect for the people who paved those passageways for you that you would concede defeat and walk away?
Rock, I learned in this game a long time ago that guy you ride down the road with, one day that's got to be the guy that you got to wrestle in that ring. So once we get into that ring, all bets are off. All my friendship stops soon you hit that first bottom step.
If, however, and I heard what you said, if you were to ever find a female whom you felt was worthy, let's assume that that happens, and then you had a child, and projecting further into the future, that child has a child, and now you would be able to go to those grandchildren and say, you know, I had the opportunity to wrestle Rock Riddle. I thought it was great. He told me that I could walk away, concede defeat, hold his hand up in victory. Otherwise, he said he was going to give me a wrestling lesson. And he was going to humiliate me. And he mentioned the fact that sometime in the future I would have grandchildren. So you know what I did? I went over to him. I held his hand up in victory. And I walked away. Which is the main reason that you young folks, you grandchildren, are actually here. That is something to be said. The other thing to be said is, if you actually wrestle me, if you had your hand raised, you would be famous. I would make you famous.
Thank you very much, sir. It's been a pleasure having an interview with the great Rock Riddle.
Obviously.